This week's episode of Kickin' It is brought to you by the Air Foamposite 1 the Cough Drops. Pretty sick shoe. Came out a couple years ago. A couple of highlights. You got this smoke color on the Foamposite, and you got this red translucent sole on the bottom. Crazy thing about this shoe, when this shoe dropped, it wasn't that popular, so it hit outlet stores. It's just amazing how times have changed now that you would find before Foamposites at outlets. Now they don't even sit on the shelves anymore. So that's the Air Foamposite 1, the Cough Drops. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to a new episode of Kickin' It. I'm Steve09.
Kick718.
And this week's topic, we're talking about is it the death of the Foamposite? In recent years, the Foamposite has been love it or hate it. It was down for a while, then all of a sudden it started to come back, and then you had probably one of the hypest shoe releases of all time when they did the Foamposite Galaxy release for the All-Star Weekend a couple years ago, and that just brought
Last year?
Well, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It was mayhem, where in Orlando, people try to attack the owners of Foot Locker to try to get that shoe. And the owners decided to shut everything down and send the shoes all back, and they send them back to New York or something like that. And I've heard people were stalking the UPS trucks that had the shoes, were trying to jack them for the shoes.
That's real, son.
That is amazing for one shoe. Then you had, which I think were pretty decent ones, you had the camo Foamposite. I thought
the pro ones?
The fighter jet ones.
The fighter jet ones.
The fighter jet ones was a nice touch. And then you had the Army camo one, the Foamposite Pro.
Yeah.
The Army camo was.
The Army camo was fine.
Those were dope.
That shit was real dope.
But now all of a sudden you're seeing the Weatherman, which I have no idea why they're doing a Weatherman theme. And then you got the the thermal maps.
Mm.
And then you have the Safari, and then the asteroids, which look ridiculous.
They don't look like no asteroid.
I mean, it's getting to where they're really beating the theme concept to death on a great looking shoe. Why not just retro some classic colorways? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bring back the Dr. Dooms, the Carolina Pros. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of joints, or like the Sport Royal was a clean concept.
Yeah, the original ones. Yeah.
You know, or the ones that came out like a month ago with that metallic blue, that Sport Royal.
The gray joints?
With the gray. That was a nice color.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. Don't, I don't know, man. What's your take on it?
I think at this point, anything themed is gonna sell, just because it's themed and everybody wants to be so different. But I just think the approach they're taking with certain individual styles and shoes, I think it's a bit much. You see, at least with the Weathermans, they were able to incorporate certain things in the pattern, at least underneath the sole, looked amazing. But you have a whole canvas to work with. That's too much.
Yeah.
That's way too much. I don't think they look good. That's just me though, right? We just saw a picture of the asteroids. Them shits don't look like asteroids. That looks like some shit thrown together. They could call them like the Guns N' Roses Foamposites or something, because them shits don't even look right. The only ones I thought looked dope, I told Sneaker Steve, was the Safari joints. I get the theme there. It's pretty cool. It's a little much. Maybe they could have done it around the borders like he was saying, but I don't know. I mean, they just beating a dead horse right now. And sure, they could, they should re-retro some of the old joints, or just come up with a new concept. Get Nike, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? Nike can do whatever they want. They always pushing the boundaries. Why not do something new? Let it really be 240, 250 for some shit that's fly, not some shit that people are just gonna buy because it's fucking hyped.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, they can call it whatever, the Rose Garden or whatever, and people will go nuts. You know, put plants on the side of the Foamposite, and people will buy it. I mean, that's unfortunate because we're doing it. You know what I'm saying? We're hyping the shoes so much, they see that and they're like, well, let's test the boundaries. Let's see if they'll bite on whatever we come out with.
Yeah, they keep pushing. We keep taking it.
Yeah, so they'll see, you know, they'll drop the Weatherman joints and they'll see that they sell out. They don't sit on the shelves. So they're like, all right, we won on that one. We'll drop this one, the Asteroids. They'll sell out. So to them, they see that the shoes are selling out, and they're like, all right, well, you know, we keep winning and winning. So once they see that the shoes are sitting on shelves, then they might take they might take a step back and be like, okay, maybe this theme thing is not working. Maybe it's passing out or you know, falling flat. You know what I'm saying?
Or you know what they could do? They probably throw them in outlets and clearance stores. And as soon as somebody wears it, a celebrity or some shit, and everybody goes crazy, they pull them and they just start selling them again regular.
That was the concept. That was with Wale. Wale started wearing, I think, Foamposites, and then since then it's just started going crazy.
Yeah.
You know, people following him, and you know, he started rocking them and then forgetting us.
And a good question is, I'm gonna ask y'all as well as I'm gonna ask Sneaky Steve. What does that do when a celebrity rocks a shoe months before? Like, does that? I mean, obviously everybody's fucking hyped, but does it really take away? Like, there was a certain time where celebrities kind of weren't doing it; they were doing their own thing, and now it's like celebrities rush to get the shoes to have them first, just to say that they have them first. But I mean, to me, it takes away from it. It's like, let it come out, let the people, you know, let the people rock them.
Yeah.
Not just be like, oh, I got them first, nah, and everybody the hype builds, and then that's when it creates problems. What do you think about that?
But you know, it's the nature of the beast, I guess. You know, them being celebrities, they're always gonna want to have the shit first, especially how the culture is now with this shoe stuff. You know, and everybody's watching. You got all these blog sites talking about, you know, who's wearing the kicks of the week and who's wearing what. And that's how that's how it starts, you know. And if you're like not like a super big name rapper, but you know, you're kind of like in the middle, and you start rocking shit that nobody else is rocking, people are gonna start noticing you. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a way to get your name out there, I think. Okay. You know, you start getting the shoes early, months before they even come out, you know, and people start talking about you. And you know, it's. You know, that's how it goes. Because
I mean, I can go as far back as my favorite shoe, the Air Jordan 3, the black cement. And I could, one particular picture I recall is Kid and Play, each having, one had the black and cement, the other one had the white and cement. Yeah. Or, you know, they had the joints on. I mean, that was everybody had that shoe at the time. You know, now it's like you don't see celebrities that just running to do it. Now I'm not trying to get off subject, but I'm saying, you know, I think that causes a certain uproar, and it makes people want to buy an ugly ass shoe, which in turn gives Nike the power to be like, "Bow, I'm gonna hit you with $240 for an ugly ass fucking sneaker." Yeah. I'm just gonna buy it and be like, "This is the flyest shit ever."
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm not too crazy about the concept. You know.
Me neither. I like it when, you know, they just keep it simple and just keep it basic colors. You know. That works for me. I mean, I love the Air Fighter jets and the Army one, the Army camo. I thought those were great concepts. You know, I mean, I think they hit a home run when they came out with the polarized pinks, the whole white Foamposite, the stealth. I think those were all. I mean, even the Phoenix Sun ones were dope.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this: what's your favorite foam? Your favorite foam colorway?
I gotta go with the OG one, the royal blue.
The royal blue.
The original.
My favorite colorway is the copper. When I saw that shit looked like a penny.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit. And I don't have those. I have the pewters. But the pewters were dope too. But that penny colorway, that copper,
shiny.
That copper is serious. I mean, I'm not a fan of the sole getting all dark and dirty and shit. But you know, whatever. You can deal with that. But that's what's up, man.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, it's sad to see what they're doing to a great iconic shoe, you know, with these crazy themes. And hopefully they'll stop and just go back to basic colorways. Or like I said before, man, go back to start retroing some of the classics out there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would be dope? If Nike would let you ID them. If Nike let you ID a Foamposite, how dope would that shit be? Or even like a bespoke, if they let you put that shit together how you want it, with whatever, you know, with all the materials and all the themes and everything, how dope would that shit be? Let us know. Hit us in the description box to answer back. You know, whatever you want to do. I definitely like to hear what y'all think about that.
Exactly. So that'll do it for this week's episode of Kicking It. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like the vid. Subscribe to our channels. I'll put that down below. Stay tuned for the next video we'll have. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us. We love all the feedback.
Definitely appreciate that love, man.
Salute to everybody
Keep
out there.
Yo, and big shout out to the fellas over there on Paperboy NYC. That's the whole tag?
And NYC Paperboy 2020.
Shout out to y'all that y'all doing the chat right now. Sorry we couldn't be with y'all. We handling some business out here. So we want to thank everybody again. Shout outs. And we out of here.
Peace.